All right, fellas. How we doing? Pretty good week. Obviously, a lot of things we got to work on, um, and on every level. But I thought we got through the week and got a better idea of who our kids are, obviously, and we're gonna make some adjustments and some changes and keep moving forward. All right. So a few things. Scouting report. Okay. So I will do the scouting report this week, just because there doesn't need to be a lot in it. It also kind of gives you guys an example of what it'll look like, kind of what I'm looking for. So I will do that this week and present that to the players tomorrow afternoon. Um, McDonald, I can also do the wristbands, the scouting wristbands, the blitz cards, and all that kind of stuff. If you need me to and want me to. If you already have it done, let me know. But I can just go ahead and do it for the for this week, and then since we're not going to be up there working, and then you can obviously start doing that starting next week. Speaking of next week, guys, just know that next Sunday we will be working. So I think Coach said at 2:00 we'll have a staff meeting. So just make plans for that. The expectation from me is that you're there. I have it's football season. So, I'm a guy that goes to church. I'm a guy, my son's got lacrosse practice every Sunday, and I won't be there. And so the expectation is that you're there. Guys, the thing I hate about weekends and Sundays especially is wasted time. I've never been a real, eat dinner guy. I would rather get up there, work, bring my own food, and, my goal is always to be home before my kids go to bed. That's the goal. Doesn't always happen, but that's the goal. And it can happen if everybody shows up prepared. If people show up late, they show up with a bad attitude, whatever, then it's a problem. With the expectations that, we work on Sundays. Sundays are important. I think they're more important than Saturdays just because you're trying to prepare for the week. You're not just preparing practice, but you're preparing just the week in general, just lining up the week, whether it's buses, sub-varsity games. Sunday's an important day, and we don't have to be up there all the time, but the expectation is that you're going to be there. Obviously, if you got to miss for something, I'm not going to make you feel guilty, but if you're missing, 2, 3, 4 Sundays, it's not going to be, there's going to be a conversation about that. Personnel, Coach talked about he talked about on Group Me, he's going to make some personnel changes. Coach Allen talked about Annual and said Malone. Annual's been injured, so we'll see what he does when he's going to be available. We obviously will not have Joe this week because of his hand. So Coach Allen will have a lot more to say about that later in the week. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you. Talk about the weekly schedule. All right, so here's what we got, guys. So 3:45 report. We'll have our team meeting at 3:55. One thing I want to say, if guys are not, a couple things. One, if guys are late to that team meeting, they come in after 3:55, do not let them in. And get somebody, McDonald, take a list, get a list, and we will run those guys after practice. Okay, I will run those guys after practice. Okay, so this showing up late stuff, they're gonna pay for it, and I'm gonna put that on their video. So 3:55 is when the meeting starts. If they're late, unless they have an 8th period class, and I'm gonna tell them that they need to let us know if they have an 8th period class. If they don't have an 8th period class, then we're gonna run them. Okay, so 4:25 we'll lift. Okay, another thing about the team meeting, guys, is I asked you guys to send me clips that you wanted. I got 12 clips that I'm going to go over with the team. Okay, plus the scouting report. All right. I love the fact that we got coaches, man, that want to talk. But let me kind of go as I'm going through the plays. Let me call on you because we only have 30 minutes. Okay, and we don't have a lot of meeting space, unfortunately, and so we only have 30 minutes. So let me, on each play, I'll kind of call on the coach and have an idea what you want to talk about so that we can move on. We can't just go on and on and on and on with one position and one play because we got to get through all 12 plays. I only picked 12 so that way we can be detailed, but we also need to have an idea what we want to say so that way we can move on to the next play. All right, we'll go to weights at 425. Just want to make sure, I got stuff. Usually I'm trying to get footballs and stuff ready to make sure we got guys down in the weight room with. I think we're doing our own weights. So that's good. Just make sure we're getting a good lift in. 5 o'clock stretch, 5:10 first period one. Make sure we're ending and giving enough time where they can get their cleats on and we can start stretch on time. And then we'll start period one at 5:10. All right. So that is that. Okay. Another thing I want to try to share with you, if I can find it, give me 1 second. Well, that's uploading, guys. Another thing we talked about the weekly schedule. I'm loading the practice schedule. I talked about late players. Okay, so we're just waiting on this. This is the practice schedule. There were some things that Coach Allen wanted to add, so I modified it a little bit. Oh, sorry, guys. My internet is running slow today for some reason. All right, so what I did, guys, go to practice number 12. Well, we didn't make it in here. There it is. Okay. Whew. All right. So what I did, fellas, is for Monday and Tuesday. Okay. So we'll have stretch. We'll do our special teams period. Periods 3. I put Coach Allen wants to do a Oklahoma drill. So for Oklahoma drill, periods 3 and 4 is what we'll do for that. So no fast start. No fast start. We're going to do Oklahoma drill. Okay. No play polish. Instead, we're going to do team run. So this is going to be quarterbacks, O-line, Cowboys, running backs, and inside receivers. Outside receivers, you can have another individual period with Coach Whitley. Coach Whitley, you guys can grab another individual period. Okay, but everybody else will be here 20 minutes doing team run and team pass. Okay, so that's where we're gonna need our, we're gonna work on our blitzes and protecting those, work on our runs. I'm gonna ask for the defensive scout to come down, and we'll have those guys for 20 minutes. All right, so that is what we're doing there. All right, then we go back to regular practice. We have a 5. We're gonna go 20 since we got so many receivers with the JV guys. Okay, we're gonna go 20 minutes of routes on air. Okay, then we got our special teams and practice is the same. One thing, guys, Anthony Farrell cannot practice. He cannot practice unless he has a doctor's note. So I would plan on not having him. Hopefully we'll have him for the scrimmage. But he never, when he got hurt, I guess he never went back to the doctor. So we got to make sure that he is. We got to. So one thing we need to do is we need to have a plan for another quarterback, or then figure out how we're going to handle when the JV goes and plays because, the Jackson kid didn't show up to practice all last week. So, right now we don't have a quarterback for that group. So we got to be putting our heads together. I'm sure Coach Allen can help with that. but we'll only have 2 quarterbacks at least tomorrow. But this will be the practice plan unless I hear something else from Coach Allen as far as what we're going to do. All right. So that's that, guys. Like I said, if you guys have any questions about anything, let me know. And let's just keep trucking. It's a game week, so I hope that you're as excited as I am about that. It's a game week. It's a short week, and so there's another opportunity to see how some of these guys want to compete. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Go Rams.